Because of you, my dad gets a podcast.
What's up, guys? This is Corey, also known as QC Rideshare, and just wanted to hit you guys with audio on what to expect if you're a new driver coming into this winter season. Usually around this time of the year, Uber and Lyft both see a influx in new drivers. So I kind of wanted to put it out there for if you're new to the platform, what things to expect. Also, we're going to try to touch on some things that you can do to better your customers' experience, but also maintain your own safety and the things that you need to be careful of. So let's get right into the video, into the podcast. So for new drivers, no doubt you're going to see a big push, and you probably have seen it, a big push for new drivers to get onto the platform. And that's great because this time of the year, a lot of people do a lot of extra spending. They do some extra traveling, or they just want to, end their year strong financially or begin next year off financially strong. But generally, the drivers who are most successful are ones who have learned from experienced drivers, but also have information that others don't. So let's go ahead and pull back the curtain, as they say. One thing that I found when I was a new driver that no one really told me is that learning your city, learning traffic, and learning what places to be is something that cannot be done overnight. It's not something where one night somebody tells you, be at this location, and then for the rest of the time that you drive, be at that location. Now, you may get a little help from Uber and Lyft telling you that there may be more volume. One thing that all experienced drivers will teach you is never chase a surge. Chasing surges could be detrimental financially. It could be detrimental to just mess up your evening. You can find yourself caught in traffic. Find your normal areas that you like to drive and continue driving those areas. I actually make a lot of money when the area across the town is surging. I make a lot of money because a lot of drivers go to those surge areas, but the people who normally are in those areas that need regular pickups, well, now I'm the only one in that area, so that usually helps me. Something else to be mindful of is when you are driving with Uber and Lyft, you are essentially driving for the comfort of your passenger. So be mindful of that, because if you run hot and so you like to, keep your, in the winter, you're okay with it being a little cool in there, your passenger is not going to be comfortable and your ratings are going to show that. And the same is true of the opposite. If you're always cold but your heat is blasting, for some customers that may be fine, others it may not, but you really need to adjust that. And the same thing goes with music. Music is always one of those interesting things because we all like to be comfortable in our own vehicle. However, for the 10, 15, 20 minutes that passenger is in your vehicle, you may be playing music that A, they may not be interested in, or B, may be offensive to them. You may not have a problem with that music, however they do, and they will voice that complaint. So what I've done, other drivers do different things, but what I've done, I usually will drive without my radio on. And if I do, what I will do is I'll offer my aux cable to the customer for them to choose the music. Now, sometimes people say, well, my music is a little bit tough. Do you mind? Look, I can endure music for 7-8 minutes. I even had to listen to one guy play his mixtape that was awful for that time. And he just wanted me to comment about how good he was of a rapper. And he was pretty bad. For 7-8 minutes, I can endure. So I think the same is true for most of you. There's nothing that's going to be that serious that you can't endure that time. Also, taking care of your vehicle is not only a good thing to do or a good suggestion, it is quite possibly something that can save you economically in the future. And what I mean by that is, if you're okay with driving on ball tires, that's fine for you to do it. And if you get into an accident, you're probably prepared to pay the repercussions of that. However, if you're in an accident with a passenger and you have bald tires, those liability lawsuits will start to pile up. And Uber and Lyft will tell you that, hey, in the terms of service, you're responsible for the care of your vehicle. And if you haven't been taking care of your vehicle, they will not cover you. So make sure that your vehicle is properly taken care of. Windshield wiper fluid, windshield wipers are okay. Um, I know Uber and Lyft are very particular about having any kind of body damage, cracked windshields, your headlights working. Um, do those checks regularly because it's very embarrassing if a customer has to get into your vehicle and say, hey, you got a headlight out. Because that lets them know right away that you don't take care of your vehicle. But also, if it's a rainy day and your vehicle is slipping on the road, there's no way to hiding that. And that customer is probably just as terrified as you are, but they're going to let Uber and Lyft know about that. And that could possibly get you deactivated. Um, so these are just a few things. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave that one for today. Tomorrow, I'm going to hit you with the second volume of this one. I finally, as an FYI, I finally got my camera situation taken care of. Um, Essentially, my camera rig broke, and so that's why I haven't been able to record. Is the gig economy a long-term economic? Economic. Um, is it economically viable long-term? Volume 2. So I do have that set up. I am in the process of recording that. So please look out for that on Wednesday. Um, Also, for a couple programming notes, once we finish the 30-day challenge, we are going to go back to our normal podcasting schedule, which you'll get on the YouTube channel, you'll get a Tuesday and Thursday hand-selected podcast that's being rebroadcast on YouTube, and on Wednesday you'll get exclusive video content. Also, I know I got so many things I just want to get this stuff out to you. Me and a number of my friends have started a podcasting network. It's called the Gig Podcasting Network. And we actually have 5 podcasts out right now. One is called the RPO podcast. It's a football-based podcast based on the NFL. We have Stretch 4, which is a basketball-based podcast. Then we have the Get Ripped podcast, which is an excellent interactive experience where you get to interact with the 2 hosts, Alex and Cody, both on Instagram and through the podcast and emails to kind of direct that show, help you work out and get in shape, stay motivated. We have obviously this podcast, and we have a podcast from the mind of my 7-year-old son called the Lamar and Corey Show, in which we talk about whatever he feels like talking about that week. So definitely look out for those. They're on all podcasting networks. And let's see, that's about it. Until the next one, peace.